Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Today we're gonna check out SST Ion. I'm a big fan of SST. They're doing finally making usable AWS CDK for developing apps. Now they decided to beat the team decided to beat CDK with by using Pulumi, because I mean, let's say there is it has a limit until which you can improve the CDK. So yeah, let's see today what they have. It's called SST Ion. We can check it out right here. So yeah, just to start with, what is SST? SST.dev. SST is a open source framework for building serverless applications. We can say we all started with serverless framework back then, and nowadays, in the times when it's more and more popular to write your infrastructure as a real code, not just as YAML, but like TypeScript, other languages, but mainly TypeScript, they came up with this improvement of AWS CDK, which, you know, makes it the real framework. Because as they mentioned in their article, moving away from CDK, and I agree with that, is that CDK is just a fancy cloud formation generator, and that has its own limits. So yeah, I mean, you can read it through the article. It was very controversial. Many people in the scene didn't like it because it was too, how do you say, you know, opinionated, you can say. Yeah, so that's about SST. I mean, I have quite some experience by using SST, and the tech is really cool. And I recently tried CDK and stuff like CDK Watch, for example, and it's so terrible, the development lifecycle, compared to what SST does. So yeah, let's hope this is going to be even better. One of the promises of Ion is that since it's using Pulumi, which is something like Terraform, I mean, they're saying here it's using Pulumi and Terraform. I mean, we need to check it out deeper, because I remember Dex saying like Pulumi is using Terraform providers under the hood, but then I spoke with some people who were saying that they did it in the past, but they're not doing it now. But I don't know what's the current situation. But yeah, if Pulumi used Terraform under the hood, that would be great. And yeah, so and another promise, I forgot. Another promise is that you can do multi-cloud with this, and it doesn't mean like you have to do multi-cloud just to be able to replicate your environments, as you spoke with Dex on Twitter. But it means that, you know, you need your DDoS protection from CloudFlare, so you will just define it in one file together with your API, which is actually hosted on AWS. Yeah, so I think we can get started. So what is Ion? It's a new engine for deploying SST apps. It uses Pulumi and Terraform as opposed to CDK and CloudFormation. Ion is generally available, recommended for new SST users. We are working on migration path for SST v2 users. Yeah, we have a lot of workloads in SST v2. Yeah, it's kind of a headache to think that we will have to migrate, but yeah, let's hope there's going to be a good migration path. But yeah, still, we are using a lot of CDK constructs, not just SST. That makes it a bit more complicated, I guess. Yeah, there's some changes, and yeah, here's how you can easily deploy your front end. Same goes with like front job on back end. Yeah, it's very similar to SST v2, you can say. And the name of snippets are called components. They are a way of defining the features of your application in code. You can define any feature of your application with them. In the above examples, they create the necessary infrastructure in your AWS account without using the AWS console. Learn more about components. Let's see, every SST app is made up of components. Components in turn create one or more pieces of low-level infrastructure. Okay, so it's basically like CDK constructs, but they decided to call it components, right? To prevent confusion, I guess. Components wrap up these up into logical units. Yeah, of course. So it's like L2, L3 constructs in CDK, I assume. And you can have different providers. Yeah, you have SST CloudFlare, SST AWS, and of course you can use any provider basically. All right, so let's see how I do some start project. I already installed the CLI, which I do with Brew. This, I mean, sometimes since I don't upgrade Brew often, it took time, so I did it before the stream. But yeah, then I just run this and works great. So yeah, if you go here and you run SST -v, get the version. I don't see a version, but yeah, never mind. Let's do it full screen. And what do we have here? We have initialize command, dev for development, deploy, add a new provider. Okay, that's a new thing. We have SST install, install all the providers. Managing secrets, yeah, that's important. Yeah, command with link resources, and yeah, okay, so I guess we can do SST it. Is it gonna offer me to set up a folder, or you know what? Oh, what? It doesn't let me cancel this. Okay, so let's see. Let's wait. Updating dependencies. What up? I don't know what's happening now. Yeah. So if I want to set up API, how do I do it? npm init. What npm? Oh, okay. Come on. I hope it's not already broken. Tell me it's not broken. Okay, it does something. Let me kill it. Okay. Yeah. I do npm. Just npm. Yes. All right. So here we are. Package JSON, and here we can run the edit. Let me check. So JS project detected. We'll use JS template create. Well, okay, JS template. I mean, I want this TypeScript, but whatever. Where do you want to deploy your app? You can change it later. AWS. Installing providers. Okay. Installing providers. Yeah, I always used to use CloudFormation, framework, and all these stuff. So this world is new to me. So yeah, let's check it out. SST config. So what do we have here? Yeah, this is a bit fortunate. This is necessary. Okay, whatever. Make this step removal. What is that? New thing. Configure how your resources are handled on the system remove. Okay. Retain S3 buckets and DynamoDB tables and remove all other resources. Yeah, I mean, this is a bit too simple. I don't know if they have any more advanced API, because I mean, if you use state machine, it's also a stateful resource. You know, how do you handle that? But yeah. Stage is production. Input stage. Okay. I mean, for this case, we just want to do home. Provider SST will use to store the state of your app. Okay, that's fair enough. The state keeps track of all your resources and secrets. The state is generally generated locally and backed up in your cloud provider. Alright, SST uses the home provider to store the state of your app. And is here something like stage? Yeah, I wonder if that is, because I mean, for us, it's like, you know, fundamental. Stage. No stage. Okay, I guess it needs to be part of the name of the app. Okay, so this is home. Setting the home provider is the same thing as setting providers. This. So if you set home to AWS, it's the same as doing. Okay. Got it. All right. Providers. AWS. Okay. Profile. Okay, let me see the profile. This one. Let's refresh it. Is it up to date? Refresh it here. Okay. So credentials are refreshed. What else do I want to set up here? Local STS. So try region. Yeah, regions. Dimension. Oh, okay. This is nice touch. Having the list of regions. Where do they get it from? Pulumi input region. Who's defining region? Pulumi. Okay. And I am EU Central 1, Frankfurt. Yeah, that's the data center to me. And is there anything more? Roll, blah blah blah. Yeah, sounds good. Good enough. Okay. So close this. Ion. So yeah, let's create an API. Let's create an API and test it out. So let's do it like this. I guess I need to install. Don't I need to install like formatting? Oh, okay. I don't need to import anything. That feels a bit odd, but I guess it's fair enough. Okay, provider. Okay, got it. Yeah, in that case, of course, I don't need to. All right, it's fair enough. I created some roads, and now I need to create the files, which nobody is telling me, giving me the contents of the files. So I guess I can use this index. Yeah. So let's create a source folder. Index. I don't know. Okay, index yes. So yeah, I can this one get signed URL. Got it. Okay. So that's some. Yeah, whatever. I mean, we don't need to. This is just AWS CDK. Export async function upload. Okay. So we have, yeah, I mean, calling get endpoint to do uploads. What? Yeah, I guess it's hard to write docs, so I don't blame them. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. So we have our Lambda function handler. This is just, I guess, classic API gateway interface. Yeah, API gateway v2. Yeah, fair enough. Some logical ID. What if I explore this? Is this wow, okay. Oh yeah, obviously there are no node modules, right? Okay, yeah, I almost forgot. I have no node modules here. So of course it's gonna be like this, which I'm not sure why they decided to do this. Maybe it's because of keeping it multi-language. Oh, there's Ingban here. Okay, yeah, I think Dax mentioned it. And yeah, notifications. Yeah, hello everyone. Today we are exploring SST Ion. Thanks for catching up. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we are already in the code. We are exploring. We are trying to deploy an API gateway API. So, yeah, let's see how fast it's going to be, because everybody's blaming CloudFormation for being slow. So let's see how fast this is. Okay. So we have our handler. Oh, I need to fix the path source. this. Yeah, they're doing this reference thing. There's not even TypeScript installed. Is it okay like this? Dependencies SST Ion. Okay, that makes sense. Types AWS Lambda. So what I should do is import from AWS. What? Of course. Oh, okay. Nobody ran npm install for me, which they added it to package.json, right? But they didn't run install, I guess. Okay, I've installed. So AWS Lambda, API gateway. We do proxy event with API gateway handler. Proxy handler v2. Is it proxy? It's not proxy, right? It's oh, come on, API gateway handler. Token request. I would not be the one starting out learning AWS now, man. Yeah, whatever. Let's put there. And okay, in that case, export const handler. Oh. Like this. And async. What's the problem? That code number. Oh. JSON stringify, of course. That should work out better, I guess. So, okay, let's say we can skip this. Yeah, whatever. Download the file. I got it. Test your app, but there is nothing written about deploying my app. So I guess it's gonna be just like SST deploy. Stage. There's written stage. Come on, man. How do I? Okay, so that's a note for SST. There's no. How do I set stage? Like, I don't want to set stage with CLI. I want to do it in code. I mean, our use case, for example, is that we are using git branches for driving the stage names. So we have inside the code a function which is calling git. Yeah, I mean, it's in shell, but whatever. And it's getting the stage. So it would be nice to have it, you know, here in the code to be able to set the stage. So we are downloading providers. Downloading AWS provider. What does it mean? So let's explore what is this in the SST folder. Pulumi, stacks. Oh, okay. So they're saying there are no stacks, but there is some stacks in Pulumi. Okay, my TS app. This is what this is. Sources, URN. Okay, identification. That's Pulumi stuff. That. Oh, did I forget to save it? Oh. Creating. So what do we have here? So we are creating my API handler. API. Oh, I didn't want to do deploy, right? I wanted to dev. Or whatever. Yeah, you can try it out. Do I have here? No, I guess I need to use the hopscotch, which somebody recommended me. Do the requests. Can I zoom it in? Yeah. So I do get request on this URL and I get correct response. So if I run SST.dev, is it going to tell me it has been already deployed? Oh, do you want the application SST to accept incoming network connections? Wow. Deploying. Skip. Yeah, I really wonder if SST can be like SST Ion can be that much faster, but yeah, depends on what resources you have, right? hopscotch here, send request, and yeah, this is good old SST stuff. The live Lambda development. So I do event console log event. I call it again, and there you go. That's the event. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty neat feature. I love it. So yeah, so what do we have? We have our SST config where we define these constructs. We don't even really have TypeScript here defined, but it somehow works, which scares me a bit. But yeah, let's say whatever. Okay. Or do they have their own TypeScript version here? Like TypeScript, yeah. But I don't really know which one is used. What's this? Spell, right? npm / tiny fast JavaScript parser written in JavaScript. Fast JavaScript parser written in JavaScript. What's that, man? Okay, interesting. I wonder what they used for. Yeah, but I'm gonna explore it later. Not here on the scene today. So yeah, hey, how is everyone doing? We are today exploring SST Ion. Really good framework. Highly recommend it for building serverless applications. It's like CDK but better, because SSTv2 is built on top of CDK. SSTv3 is built on top of Pulumi. Risky bet, but hopefully it's gonna pay off. So what do we have next here? We have the RPC. So I can do init. Yeah, this is like the RPC, but not really. Oh, it's like calling from one function, other function. Okay. What's the use case? Okay. Lambda URLs. Okay, got it. Yeah, I mean, we are using TRPC. It's pretty neat tech. Deploy your app. Of course, this console makes sense. Oh no, yeah. When I was trying out on the previous stream, CloudFlare workers. Hey Joel, you never heard before about SST? Oh man, I hear so many people saying this, and it's a pity, because you know you're really missing out on such a good framework. I mean, if you're building apps on AWS, and you know, not just infrastructure but really like some Lambda source code and stuff, SST can really, you know, boost your workflow. And once you get used to SST, you never want to come back to pure CDK. Yeah. And let me know what you're using, by the way. Are you using Serverless Framework, SAM, CDK, or anything else? Yeah, really interested to hear what people are using. So yeah, of course they are having these examples with Astro and Next.js. SST is doing they're doing the OpenNext library, you can call it, which is trying to host Next.js as Vercel does it, but on AWS, you know, just so many times less expensive, you know, so much cheaper. They even are trying to support containers, which, I mean, I don't blame them. Yeah, it's sometimes you simply just really need some long running stuff. Oh, Joel, yeah, you've been using Serverless Framework. Yeah, I mean, we started off with Serverless Framework in 2017, 18. And yeah, I mean, it worked really well for us. But the problem I have with Serverless Framework is that there are not really any new innovations. It's still, you know, based on YAML. I mean, yeah, you can use TypeScript, TypeScript to define your app, but still, it's not really like CDK. And then, you know, all the like the plugins and stuff, it felt a bit frozen, you know. So So yeah, I mean, this stuff like CDK and SST, they open up a new possibility. Suddenly you can share your code not just between your front end and back end, but even with your infrastructure, which of course you're not gonna share like the functions and stuff, but just sharing the constants with static type checking, you know, that helps a lot. That helps a lot. Yeah, you can see they even have CloudFlare support here. I'm not gonna try it today, but yeah, I mean, it's also a great option. Yeah, some people are speculating that since SST is now with Ion pushing towards CloudFlare, that since CloudFlare did a couple of acquisitions recently, that they might acquire SST, but yeah, I don't think it's happening. Even though CloudFlare would really need someone to build a good framework for them, because the how it's called, the Wrangler, oh man, that's bad. That's bad. Like using TOML for, you know, definitions and stuff. Oh, come on. It's like the problem there is that the framework, these kinds of frameworks are done by people like Wrangler, probably by the people who build the service. So, you know, they think about it more infrastructure based, but it needs to be built by people who actually would use it. You know, use the service, not build it. And then you have completely different mindset and everything, and level of developer experience requirements you have. And guys from SST are doing exactly that, I would say. But yeah, it's a tough job. Like spreading the word. But yeah, I mean, since I really appreciate their work, always happy to help. So yeah, other than that, SST has this console, which you can use here. I mean, I don't know if yeah, you need to set it up for your organization or for yourself. And then you can, you know, it offers you log monitoring, some like errors it catches. Yeah, it's not replacing Baseline or Datadog or whatever. So far, maybe they're trying to aim for that. But yeah, I mean, if you know, want to have ability to like run the Lambda function without going to AWS console and stuff like that, it can do that. You know, you can input your body and you can rerun the execution, stuff like that. So yeah, that's handy. That's handy. Yeah, next thing, we have providers. Add provider, CloudFlare. Probably they have just AWS and CloudFlare, I guess, right? You can choose what version of the provider. Okay, I don't know where's the list of the versions. SST all Pulumi providers. Okay, so it's this is it this one? It's like AWS Classic, and then there's AWS Classic, AWS Native. Wow, okay. What? Filters. Oh, okay. I want provider and native provider. Okay, there's AWS Native and AWS Classic. What's the difference, man? AWS Native is in public preview. AWS Native provides coverage of all resources in the Cloud Control API, including same-day access. Oh, got it. Okay, so this is more like Classic API. Pulumi has a new AWS provider. Okay, got it. Yeah, because back then, all of these providers like Terraform or Pulumi, they had to integrate with classic API calls on AWS. But then they prepared this. Then AWS prepared this Cloud Control API, which is new, improved way to, you know, manage the resources for these tools in the cloud. And yeah, apparently including same-day access to all new AWS resources. So probably, I think there is a rule to support like Cloud Control API from day one. So yeah, definitely check it out. I believe they're using AWS Native, or yeah, not sure. So yeah, let's go back. Cool. So what do we have here? We have VPC. We can create what VPC, AZs. Okay, so is this all done by SST or is this by Pulumi and they just, you know, let you use it? in SST. What do we have here? We have Dynamo. So yeah, let's create an app where we are gonna read from Dynamo. So yeah, let me copy this as a starter. Lower this one, and yeah. So we have our table. This is my table. We can do here just ID. Primary index would be the wrench key. I thought they're using sort key in the naming nowadays, but maybe I'm not sure. Wrench key. Okay, so we just need primary index, and then now I guess I can hit save. Save. Let's see how fast it's gonna deploy. Deploying, creating table. Yeah, it's not super fast, but still everything is better than the pure CDK or stuff like that. Deploying again? What? Why? Okay. No changes. Yeah, sounds good to me. And now I want to do links. Is it? No. I want linking. Let's see here. Link. So I guess I want. How do I API link? What's this? Cool. Oh. Nodes, route. Route function. Okay. Sounds good. Route. And then I can do route function. How do I? Okay, so do I do it here? Link? No. I create a bucket and I then link the bucket. Function. Oh, that's the example I need. Function. I create a function. Okay. So I need to do link. Oh, I see. Route. Permission. Route. Function. Get. I cannot get provider. Get SST link. What is this? Internal. Okay, this is whatever. Yeah, so we can just change the order of this and do it like table. So that's gonna deploy it for us, and the next part is like this. That sounds good. And let's see. Import resources. Looks good. My table name. And now I can do reader. Read like this. And I can do new, and let's do import from. Oh, I need to install it, right? So npm add AWS CDK / client DynamoDB. It's like this. Correct? Yes, it's like it. So now we're gonna do DB, and what do we want? We want DynamoDB client. We want put item command. That could be enough. So let's create a client outside here. The client equals new. This valid. And then I can create new client stand wait, new command. Table name is gonna be resource. Table name. Item will be, how did we define it? ID as a string, value, and we can put there. Okay, let's parse body. Can I proxy event result? Okay. Body equals event body JSON parse. This, and now we are going to do body dot ID, and we can do name. It's going to be string again, body dot name. So we are going to get the body in the request, and we're going to store it in the DynamoDB table basically, and we're going to return success is true. Yeah, we can do this. And the next part, oh, that's not read, that's right, and we want to do read, and that's gonna be new scan. Don't use scan in your apps, but in order to list all the items in our example, we're gonna use scan. But yeah, scan command. Table name is resource, my table name, and let's transform the data. Response, it's gonna be like this. Items, yeah, let's put their default array, empty array. Let's map it. Let's map it, and we're gonna map it to object, and oh, of course we don't know what's item, and we do ID item dot name dot s, like this, and name is gonna be item dot name dot s, and we can do stringify response like this. And next thing you want to do is you want to have two routes. One is get, one is going to be post, and we don't need to store it in variable anymore. And we can go do read, write, and let's deploy it and let's see. So hey everyone, hello to new viewers. Today we're exploring SST Ion, the new version of SST, which is using Pulumi instead of CDK and CloudFormation. Big revolution, or just overhyped thing? Just how some people call it, startup trying to find their product market fit and revenues. Yeah, let's see. I'm a big fan of SST myself, so I believe it's a good stuff. Let's try to do the request. So we created an API. We want to do get request. Is it running? Handler not found. Oh, right. I see. This is not ideal. Not ideal. You should. Okay, maybe I found bug. Dex, if you're watching, I found bug. Probably. It's trying to use the old handler. So I guess I need to restart SST.dev, and maybe now it's gonna pick it up. Yeah, it's read and write, right? Write and read. Yeah, here. Oh, I don't need this. What? What happened? Why did it shut off? No changes, is it not? Okay, now it works. So I create new one and I call post request. And oh yeah, I have it in my Czech language. I'm gonna check settings. Okay, I see. So it's not settings here. Language. Yeah, English is better. I do post request, and content type is gonna be application JSON, and let me send there. ID is 103. Name is gonna be Philip. Oh, of course it's JSON. So this. Let's see the body better. So I hit send, and yeah, we have success. And now when I load the data, here we go. Oh man, this is fast. This is like 281 milliseconds, and it needs to go from my home in Czech Republic, which is next to Germany, to Frankfurt. Then it goes back here. Then it goes again to read from the Dynamo, gets the result, returns it back, and then goes back. All of that in 281 milliseconds. Man, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's some good stuff. And here the write operation was a bit longer. So let's see, for Jiří Kára. That's a famous actor in Czech Republic. Okay, start. Send again. And there we go. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, Jiří Kára. And if you check it out in AWS, let's see what do we have here. We have DynamoDB. So let's see. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know where exactly they are storing the state. If it's like S3 or where is it? Where is it? Or I should not show list of my S3 buckets publicly, right? We all know the drama that's now going on, and I agree with that. I mean, nobody should pay for denied requests to S3. So yeah, we have some units here, indexes, and if I want to explore items, yeah, there you go, there you go. Flip. DAX, right? That's what I have in my thumbnail. And what do you get? All right, it works. So yeah, we created a DynamoDB. That's like big step in building serverless apps, right? What do you get? Oh, Postgres. Come on. Oh, let's see. It's using our serverless v2. Yeah, after recent issues with PlanetScale, many people got back to Aurora serverless v2, including myself. And yeah, I mean, aside from the price, like the minimum, the cheapest level of Aurora, I believe, in production is like $60 or something like that, which, you know, it's okay-ish, but you know, you have 0 users, and can get a bit more expensive, but yeah, I mean, compared to costs of infrastructure in any decent company like mid-size, it's nothing. So yeah, and the technologically it's a very good job by AWS. So yeah, you can create our Postgres here, you can link it, you can create with Drizzle this use the HTTP API easily like this. That's super cool. Yeah, so we have Postgres, well kits, static sites, solid. We need a user pool. That's a big one. That's an important one. That's an important one. Oh, hey Joel. Thanks for the kudos. Yeah, let me know if you want me to explore some parts of SST Ion more deeply. I will definitely go into that right now. Let me know. Yeah. So what do we have here? We have Cognito user pool. Yeah, important one, as I said. Yeah, that's the similar interface that SST v2 already has. You know, like usernames are used, so you use emails for your usernames. You can set up triggers very easily, you know, very comfortable. You don't need to create new function. You just input their path and it automatically constructs a function. But if you wanted to construct a function because you need to set their special parameters or I don't know what, you can always do that. So that's the beautiful thing about SST, you know, like thinking about the developer experience but not closing the doors. Identity pool, and then we have CloudFlare. Here we go. Yeah. I mean, the linking aspect is pretty neat. Like, but yeah, I mean, in the end, yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, in the end, it's just about getting the resource identifiers and passing them to the runtime. So it's not that big of a deal. I mean, if it was I mean, in case of AWS, it also does the permissions, which I'm not sure how it works with CloudFlare, or to be more precise, how it works with like CloudFlare, between CloudFlare and AWS. If they were able to handle the wiring, oh yeah, that would be nice. Key value here, resource and storage again. Yeah, got it. Components, providers. Okay. So yeah, let's try to remove the app actually, right? I mean, if you are done with developing your app, your stage, you want to remove it. So SST help, and we have what? We have remove. Oh, what up? The remove. Removing. The delete operation seems to be fast. Faster than the deploy. That was nice. That was nice. I still wonder, wait, where do they store the state? Yeah, I need to check it out later. I mean, unknown. Are you? What? Deleting. What's this? Okay, that was just a bug in the API. Yeah, so just let me pixelate my screen. Let me check quickly my S3 buckets if there is any bucket. It could be saying like SST asset, SST state. Okay, found this bucket which is storing the state, but it doesn't clean up if I remove it. So SST asset, SST state and SST assets, and all of them were created today. Okay. Yeah, I guess maybe I should remove them since I just cleaned everything up. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I can show you. So what do we have here? We have here these buckets. It's SST assets with different suffix, and SST state. So if I open SST state, we can see we have here app with the state file defined here, and we have link, which let's see what it does. What? I guess it's just an encoding issue. Is it? Is it not? SST eval. Okay, it's evaluated config or what? Okay. Pulumi platform. Types generated. Okay, never mind. Never mind. We don't need to go that deep. So yeah. So what's my final view on SST Ion? I mean, we did really brief, small deployment, but still, I mean, you do what? You need API, you need some database, and yeah, then of course you can define individual functions which handle the background jobs. You know, you can do cron, you can do where is it? SNS topic. You can subscribe to the topic. An important part is that you can like link the resources and get automatically the permissions. It should be possible to use GitHub workflow, right? Using SST. I'm not sure what you mean exactly, Joel. But if you mean, if you mean that you could use GitHub Actions for deploying SST, definitely that's possible. If you're deploying to AWS, you just need to set up your credentials, secrets, or you will set up, which I recommend much more, is GitHub Actions, OpenID Connect, basically. AWS, there's a great article about that from GitHub, how to set it up, and then you can very easily control the permissions, and you don't need to store any long-lived credentials. And yeah, with that, you just run SST deploy in your GitHub Actions workflow, and it gets deployed. Yeah, exactly. GitHub Actions. All right. Yeah. So definitely possible. It's just, basically, we can say, if you have an environment where you have set up deployment with serverless framework, it's gonna work out of the box with SST. Yeah. Same as it would work with CDK, I'd say. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm also a big fan of GitHub Actions. Like the fact that it's integrated into GitHub pull requests and everything. Yeah, super cool. Also, recently there have been a cool announcement, by the way, by AWS Code Build GitHub runners. AWS Code Build now supports manage GitHub Actions runners. So if you have your bill in AWS, everything is in AWS, maybe you have some credits. Now you should be able to easily configure code build together with GitHub Actions and execute the jobs on your AWS infrastructure. That's also very, very cool. In case you, for example, need to access from your CI some resources which are accessible only from the VPC. This is usually the reason why people use code build on AWS, I would say. Because, of course, many AWS services are not really perfect. Yeah, let's be clear. But the integrations sometimes just are so good and, so comfortable that you just go for it. So this can be a nice compromise, that you get the interface of GitHub and the integration with GitHub and everything, but your code is being executed in your AWS environment, which can be useful. Well spec. Yeah. So that's about it. Yeah. And yeah. So as I said, definitely a good move from SST. Good move, but let's see if it pays off. Because, for example, we started to use SST just because, or not just because. Because it was great, but it went through because it was based on top of CDK, and we knew that if we need anything more, we always can use CDK constructs. So now it's going to be more risky, but since they are not trying to develop their own deployment framework, like try to replace or compete with Pulumi or Terraform. No, they're not doing that. They're just like Winglang, for example. They're generating the definitions which then Pulumi or Terraform are using to deploy your application, which is good. It's good because you don't really want to be doing this work yourself. Serverless Inc. tried to do this back then. I think they call it serverless components, maybe, or something like that. And yeah, they basically were trying to do straight from the serverless components API calls to create stuff and remove stuff. And yeah, it was a disaster. You basically want all the effort to go just to just one or two implementations of this to make sure it is really correct, and then people can build on top of it. So yeah, let's see what the current acquisition of Terraform by IBM is gonna bring. Yeah, for those who haven't heard, IBM HashiCorp. HashiCorp is the company which created Terraform and owns Terraform and is maintaining Terraform. And yeah, a couple of months ago, Terraform brought up this thing with the BSL, business license, which everybody hated, and now here we go. HashiCorp is being sold to IBM. So I wonder where it came from, right? Yeah. Many people are hating that IBM was the one who bought HashiCorp. I asked a question on LinkedIn and Twitter to see, like, who else should it be? Some people are saying Microsoft, some people are saying AWS. Well, I don't know. If AWS bought it, then it might start be more AWS oriented, which is not a good thing. Microsoft owned it, then it would be more Azure oriented, which is not a good thing. So maybe it was good that someone like IBM bought it. Their market share with cloud is almost zero, and so this way they are not a big player who could like influence this because it would make sense for them. But yeah, they can own this ecosystem. They can own the ecosystem of how we can call it, like enterprise resource management, maybe like something like that. They bought Red Hat owns Ansible. Now they own also Terraform. Yeah, one of my friends were saying like, okay, so if you combine now Terraform and Ansible, it's gonna be just written terrible. So yeah, we'll see. All right, so yeah, thanks for coming up to the stream. Thanks, Joel, for asking questions. I hope I answered everything well. I hope to see you on the next stream. Yeah, really lovely to see you here. And yeah, we're gonna move to the end of today's stream. We quickly went through SST Ion. It's great work from guys. And yeah, I'm really curious what's gonna be next. What's gonna be the next move? Oh, Joel, what cloud provider do you prefer? I prefer AWS. And I'm gonna say right away that basically I don't use any other cloud provider. Yeah, so it's hard for me to compare. I'm just doing the arguments based on what other people are saying, which of course, it's not perfect, right? To do it like this, but yeah, I do it. And yeah, still, even people who I know personally and are using multiple cloud in the company are always complaining about Microsoft and Azure. And so AWS so far seems like a winner. And yeah, but problem with AWS is that it's so big now. There are so many services, and the problem with the services is that they're not that good. There are these 20% of these super awesome services, innovative, they are market leaders. It's so great. It can be EC2 even, it can be of course Lambda, event-driven architecture like Event Bridge and these kind of stuff. But then you have stuff like, what was it called, Neptune. We tried to use it. It's supposed to be a graph database from AWS, and man, we started to use it, and I was literally finding bugs in the query language, and I reported it directly to the team, and they were like, yeah, you really found a bug. And I was like, oh man, I didn't really expect like find bugs like this. So yeah, then there is this rest of 80% of services which are there just as a cushion to make the customers feel that if they really need anything, they will always find it on AWS. So yeah, that's like the current state of AWS, which it's still great, right? But yeah, I'm really curious what other cloud providers might bring. Like CloudFlare, let's say. That's the wild card, the cloud ecosystem right now. They are doing great stuff with workers. Even though it's a bit different, it's completely different technology than what AWS is doing. And yeah, now they acquired Baseline. They will have people working, like great people working on observability. Boris is really, he knows the product, he knows how to do it. That's the important part, right? And yeah, many people are saying it's really not the future, but like they're gonna have some exciting stuff, and yeah, I'm curious. So yeah, that's my view. Definitely feel free to let me know, Joel, what do you think? Yeah, I mean, uh, it always depends. Recently I saw Azure, and didn't look bad at all. And um, then it always depends on what are the operations around it. Like if something happens, is the support responding? You know, what's the community around it for the people? So yeah, that's my view. Alrighty, so I guess I'm gonna wrap it up here. Yeah, like we all do. Same for me with AWS. And thank you for the live. I will try to build something with SST. Oh, thanks. Yeah, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it, Joel. That's heartwarming. Yeah. I hope you will like it. If you have any questions, you know, any issues, let me know. I can eventually forward you to the folks from SST, and they can fix it. So yeah, don't be afraid to try the V2 version with CDK or Ion, you know. But yeah, I would, if you're new to this, I would recommend going with Ion, because it seems like that's the future for SST. Yeah. Okay, so thanks for taking time and sharing the live stream with me, and yeah, I will see you at the next one. Take care guys. Bye bye.